Timeline jumping, how to shift your life on command. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Time series. In today's video, we're tackling one of the most misunderstood, watered down, and sensationalized topics in modern metaphysical circles, timeline jumping. If you've heard this phrase floating around social media and assumed it was just a trendy, mystical idea for people who journal under full moons, prepare to have your assumptions blown apart. Because timeline jumping is not fantasy. It's not magic. It's not wishful thinking. It's a neurological, energetic, and quantum-level recalibration, and it's already happening in your life, whether you realize it or not. Let's make this very clear from the beginning. Jumping timelines doesn't mean teleporting to a different dimension where you wake up with a yacht, a new face, or a different birth certificate. It means shifting your conscious alignment so sharply and so completely that you begin to interact with a different outcome path, a version of life that would have unfolded from another set of choices, behaviors, and beliefs. In other words, you don't escape reality. You shift the version of reality your body and brain are locked into by changing the internal parameters of your focus, identity, and cadence. That last word is key. Cadence is the hidden technology behind every major life shift, and it's the most overlooked factor in both manifestation and quantum theory. You've heard the phrase, the rhythm of life, but have you ever stopped to ask what that actually means, especially in a world where time isn't even real? If time is a human measurement, but life still moves forward, then what is the thing that creates forward movement? The answer is cadence. And if you want to control your reality, you need to stop trying to control time, and instead, learn to conduct your cadence like a maestro, because cadence is the real signal that determines whether you're jumping timelines, stuck in loops, or accelerating toward outcomes you haven't even thought of yet. To fully grasp how this works, we need to start at the source and define what a timeline really is. What is a timeline, and why your life is already split in infinite directions? In both physics and metaphysics, the term timeline refers to a distinct, coherent sequence of events. But depending on which lens you're using, the definition changes slightly. In classical physics, a timeline is simply the linear path through spacetime that an object or person follows. It's like a dot moving along a line, where every moment is marked by coordinates of space and time. In this view, time is continuous, and reality is deterministic. You move from one moment to the next like a train on a track. But this view has already been shattered by both relativity and quantum mechanics. Einstein's theory of relativity proved that time is not absolute. It bends, stretches, and warps based on speed and gravity. Quantum physics took it even further by introducing uncertainty, probability, and nonlinearity. At the quantum level, particles don't follow single predictable paths. They exist in superpositions, multiple possible states at once, until observed. This is where the idea of branching timelines comes in. A timeline, in the quantum sense, is not one fixed chain of events. It's a branch among infinite possibilities, each one generated by different conditions, choices, and outcomes. Every decision you make, every belief you hold, every emotional state you embody creates a new trajectory, a different version of your life that could unfold based on those inputs. And those trajectories are not just theoretical. According to some interpretations of quantum theory, particularly the many worlds interpretation, they all exist simultaneously. That means your life isn't unfolding on one track. It's unfolding across countless tracks, and your consciousness is navigating between them constantly. Metaphysically, timelines operate on a similar logic. They are energetic trajectories created by the frequency of your identity. When you change your thoughts, your emotional state, your patterns, or your environment, you're not just improving your life, you're tuning into a different timeline altogether. That's because what we call reality is not fixed, it's filtered. Your nervous system and perceptual machinery are constantly selecting data from the field based on what you expect, what you believe, and what you're aligned with emotionally. The world you see is not the only world that exists. It's the version your internal state is allowing you to perceive. This is why two people can walk into the same room and have completely different experiences. One person walks into a party and feels welcomed, connected, seen. Another walks in and feels awkward, rejected, invisible. Are they in the same place? Physically, yes. But experientially, they're on different timelines, each one feeding different interpretations, emotional feedback, and behavioral loops. Multiply that by every situation in your life, and you start to realize you've never been living on one timeline. You've just been anchored to one version of yourself who keeps choosing the same lens over and over again. Every decision, no matter how small, creates a divergence. Do you take the phone call or ignore it? Do you say yes to the job or walk away? Do you forgive or hold the grudge? Each fork creates a potential future, and each future operates as a standalone timeline with its own logic, memories, relationships, and outcomes. Most people don't consciously switch tracks. They drift unconsciously between small variations without ever realizing they have the power to jump sharply, to leap, not just into a new chapter, but into an entirely new book. So let's answer the question plainly. What is a timeline? It is a self-reinforcing path of reality created by your choices, emotional frequencies, environmental feedback, and belief systems. It is not fixed. It is not predetermined. It is not exclusive. And it is absolutely not singular. You are surrounded by parallel timelines right now, and the life you're experiencing is simply the one you're most synchronized with. But that brings us to the real question. If you're always moving through timelines, how do you jump into the one you actually want? That's where we go next. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Manifestation series, where we don't just talk about manifesting, we master it. Because let's be honest, manifestation has been watered down, reduced to vague quotes, mood boards, and empty promises. But you didn't come here to wish. You came here to build a reality that hits different. A reality that responds to your frequency, your language, your alignment, and your decision to stop playing small. This series is not fluff. It's physics, frequency, and fierce creative power. Inside the Manifestation series, you're going to learn how to collapse timelines, shift identities, and speak worlds into existence, just like the greatest minds in history. This isn't just about being positive. This is about being powerful. Here's what you unlock inside. Vision to Reality, the Vision Board course. You've heard about vision boards, but you've never done them like this. This is a full energetic ritual, a precision-coded map for your subconscious, designed to bridge image, frequency, and strategy. It's not arts and crafts. It's blueprinting your future in visual form and turning it into matter. Time, quantum timelines, and why time isn't real. Manifestation doesn't take time. It takes alignment. In this module, I'll show you how time is just a mirror of energy and how to collapse timelines using choice, clarity, and vibration. Past, present, future, they're happening now. And when you know how to navigate time quantum style, you stop waiting and start receiving. Quantum jumping, instantly up level. Your next level life isn't years away. It's one decision away. In this training, you'll learn how to quantum jump, how to shift into a version of you that already has what you desire. This isn't fantasy. It's how high-performance creators, athletes, and spiritual masters leap beyond limits. Jump now. Land in power. Every word. The power of affirmations and spoken language. Words build worlds. In this course, I show you how to use affirmations like spell work, not just repeating empty mantras, but speaking with vibration, intention, and spiritual force. If you've ever felt like affirmations don't work, this will change everything. You'll learn to command your field, not just request from it. The greats, learning from the most exceptional minds in history. We're not the first to master this. In this legendary module, we decode the techniques, habits, and quantum genius of the world's most powerful manifestors, from ancient sages to modern icons. You'll learn how to think like the greats, move like the greats, and manifest like the greats. This isn't another feel-good series. This is a spiritual weapon, disguised as a manifestation course. It's made for leaders, cycle breakers, visionaries, and soul builders. You don't need another wish list. You need a system that teaches you how to bend reality. This is that system. So if you're ready to stop playing with potential and start creating results, welcome to your next level. The Manifestation series is open now. You know what to do. Let's build what they said was impossible and make it inevitable.